You know, the start of John chapter 14, when Jesus was talking to his disciples, and this is when he's sort of preparing them for and talking to them about he's not going to be around in the context that they sort of understood him to be in. And he just said, don't let your hearts be troubled. And troubled means that don't let your heart run away with panic. Don't let your heart be overcome by fear. Then as you go down, I think it's verse 27, he says the same thing he says to his disciples. He says to them, I'm going to give you a peace, and that's a peace of heart, that's a peace of mind, something that the world can't give you. So don't let your heart be troubled. And that peace of heart, peace of mind, and he talks about it being a gift. And it's a gift that we can get from him, and it's something the world can't give us. And I think for what we have is in trusting in everything that he is and everything that he's done, having a faith. We do get to live in a place where our hearts don't need to be troubled over these things. We need to be concerned, and there needs to be a urgency. There's obviously heartache and all of those sorts of things, but we've got something more substantial than global markets and reports and all of those sorts of things to get our peace of mind from. And I think the challenge now is for people that everyone's got time on their hand to a degree, but they're probably isolated with people in close proximity, so it's not that easy. But to really sort of settle their hearts before God and really believe that he's going to bring a peace of mind. I'm really saying to our church, and I believe that that God amazingly turns up in people's points of need. That's where we meet him in a lot of cases. And I think for people, they need to know he is our health. And for people who are anxious and fearful about their health, he doesn't just do health, he is our health. When he introduced himself to the Israelites when they come out of slavery, and he introduced himself, hey, I'm the Lord who heals you. I'm the Lord who is your health. They didn't really know him. So he had to reveal who he was in his nature, his character. And he's our health, and he's also our healer. And we need believing for that, for people that do need his healing. That believers need to believe that he's our healer. He also said he's our provider as he introduced himself. And so I've just been encouraging our people in our church to seek after him as their health, as their healer, as provider, as their peace. And this is the time to really trust him for who he is. He said, don't worry. I guess the big challenge is I'm not sure he had first world problems in mind when he said, don't worry. But nevertheless, he said, don't worry. And I think these are times when we either believe what he said or just talk about what he said.